stories objectively, bringing all sides without bias, explaining the complex issues, breaking down the numbers, and investigating the issues behind the news. Anywhere and everywhere, near or far, wherever the news is, we will be there. Signature TV. News in your pocket.
You're still watching Signature Morning on Signature TV, and we're going to be looking at renewable energy as a global solution to electricity and transportation sector challenges in Nigeria. Renewable energy is shaping the future of power and transport worldwide, and in Nigeria, with the constant electricity shortages and fuel dependent transport, the question is, can renewables be and drive us towards a greener future? Now, joining us this morning from Birnin Kebbi is Dr. Abubakar Umar Bunza. He is a renewable energy specialist. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
All right, now, around the world, renewable energy is, the future. And in Nigeria, where we have electricity challenges and transport challenges, I'd like to know, how would you currently assess the renewable energy situation in Nigeria, and how can this make a difference? How can renewable energy make a difference?
Well, thank you very much for having me. As you said, my name is Dr. Abubakar Umar Bunza, and I am by profession, I'm a doctor of veterinary medicine. Probably maybe what I will be saying to you is based on my hands-on practical experience in solar system installation, and also some little fabrications on electric vehicles so far we did here in Kebbi State. If you look at it globally, most of the developed countries these days, they are a little bit doing this kind of transition from use of fossil fuels into this renewable energy. And from my own hands-on experience, practical experience on solar installation, I'm telling you, it's one of the best and reliable and sustainable energy we can use in this country. Especially, I would say maybe from the northern part of the country, where we have so much sunlight that is enough to generate this energy. And you bear me witness, I know a lot of discussion on this renewable energy has been going on, and are still so many people are making this kind of discussion. But the reality, if you look at, I think even yesterday I saw it statistically, they were saying that over 60% of importation of solar gadgets into Africa. And if you're talking about Africa, as we said, Nigeria is the giant of Africa. So definitely, a certain percentage or high percentage of this importation is coming into Nigeria. So renewable energy, maybe from the definition, that is naturally generated energies. One, we can say from the solar system, from the hydropowers we have, like in Kebbi State, for over, I can say how many years that we are using hydropower from Kainji Dam. So that is, there are also biomass, which has to do with biogas production, which has less effect on the environment and also on the health. So from my own experience, as I said, from January till date, people are becoming more aware, and they are becoming more dependent on this solar system, because if you look at most of the, maybe I'll give you an example, most of the filling stations nowadays, they no longer depend on grid, NEPA grid to power their machines, dispensing machines. So they are all into this solar system installation. So I will give you a little to tell you that acceptance of this renewable energy is on the high side, because from January till date, I think even here in Kebbi State, I know I'm not the only installer, but I think I myself alone, I think I installed over from 3 to 500 solar panels. So in brief, it is reliable and sustainable energy that Nigeria we can afford, especially the northern part of the country when we have this so much sun. And when we talk about the electric vehicles, is one of the developments so far we have, and the people are gradually migrating, accepting it. And you know, as Nigerians, sometimes if you have any development, some people will start criticizing it. Where do you even see the NEPA to charge this? Where do you even see the NEPA to charge your EVs? But thank God now, this year, I'm telling you, from January till date, the electric bikes, that is the e-bikes, the electric scooters, so far we have in Kebbi State, I'm telling you, there are over 1,000 pieces. So, so that is, in short, in brief, the use of electric vehicles and the dependence on these fossil fuels. Honestly, it's not helping us. And as a country, we have to look at it. Following the subsidy removal, we know that it has affected the transportation sector. It increases the cost of transportation, local running, interstate running, or our neighboring countries. We know that sometimes you just pay 1,000 naira from here to Sokoto. Now one has to pay like 5,000 naira, which increases. And there are in developed countries, these electric vehicles, you see, they all accepted them. And then it is high time for us to in one way or the other, to diversify, to migrate into some of these electric vehicles. And I'm telling you, people can testify to you that the anybody that has this electric bike, it can cover from 50 to 80 kilometers per day. And at least that can save you a lot. You don't need to buy any BMS. So in short, that's what I can say for now.
Okay, thank you for that. But then we do know and understand that this is a reliable and sustainable energy. But I want to understand, why do you think Nigeria is actually stalling on this opportunity? Why are they not, taking it forward, moving with it, and making sure that most of the states are covered?
Well, thank you very much for this. You see, I don't want to blame anybody, but the reality or the bitter truth is this. You see, some of our Nigerians, if, for example, you are opportune to be in any political appointment, you get it, and there are so many conditions that favors you. So maybe you are being given so much allowances, you get it, so much allowances that can cover your day-to-day expenses. So with that, you will not feel the burden and the suffering of some of the Nigerians when it comes to transportation. Maybe government will buy vehicles, they'll buy Hilux, Jeeps for you. You enjoy everything. But the truth is, one will not think. The only thing they will do is, okay, how can I maintain that political appointment? So what do I need to do to maintain that position that will favor me, that will be giving me all the money I'm getting from? You get it? So that is the truth. Progress, and these people, they are opportune to go abroad, travel outside the country. They will see the development there, instead of them to accept, to bring down these ideas to Nigeria, to develop all these things. I will give you one example. During late Buhari's administration, I think they inaugurated this electric vehicle in Sokoto State by Jelani. You get it? So if you go to Sokoto currently, they have only one electric vehicle. And the charging point there can charge more than 5 vehicles at a time. The facility is there, but nobody is there. There are no any electric vehicle in Sokoto. And to your surprise, I was opportune to be at the Energy Research Center in Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto again. And they have this production line, PVC production line, that is the solar panel production line. Since when they test run that production line, they never use that line again. And they still have a brand new, uninstalled, packaged in a container solar panel production line in the container. So you see, I will say one is a political will that most of our politicians they don't have the intention. They are not willing to bring this this innovation, this technology, because it's the future. It's the future. So one political appointment, honestly, the government has all the abilities and what it takes to set everything in place. Because you see, most of these things are to do with the government policies. And some of these gadgets, for example, had you were producing these solar panels here in Nigeria or in some part of the country, at least it will be a little bit relatively cheaper, that up to the extent that a common man can afford one, at least can afford to install this solar system in his house. But due to the, almost all the businesses we are doing in Nigeria, it directly depends on the exchange rate of the dollar. So if the dollar rate is on the higher side, definitely the poor people are at the receiving end. So these are the few challenges, and the government, as I said this, the government is the one that can provide these policies, especially the importation policies and also the production lines and the manufacturing. To tell you, I saw a report that Nigeria has over 44 different kind of natural or mineral resources in this country, and especially the lithium you are talking about. If you look at all this, the newer technology of the lithium batteries we are having, there are lithium deposits in this country, in different parts of the country. We have it in Brunikebi, in Yauri local government. We have it even in Sokoto, they have it. So we are expecting the government should come in and build some of these lithium battery production factories or production line in this axis. At least it can create job opportunities for the people, and also the lithium batteries, this system will be very, very cheap, and to the extent that a simple man can afford it. So whether we like it or not, in one way or the other, we must blame the government, because government has almost everything. And it's the government that will provide the policy that can help even the private sector to come in. Because as a private sector, even if you want to invest into probably maybe lithium or any battery or lead battery production, you get it. So you need a permission. Because you cannot just go, because you have the money, you cannot just go and start constructing your factory that you want to extract the lithium and be producing the lithium battery for the Nigerians. So government has everything. Nigeria is a blessed country. We have almost everything. But most of the biggest challenges we have is the political will. Thank you.
All right, now you've said quite a lot, and one of the things that you've said that struck me is the affordability of this renewable energy project. There is a lot of talk on renewable energy, but most people can't afford it. And I'm not talking about the poor people, even those in the middle class at this point can't afford most of these things, the solar panels and the likes. And you mentioned that most of these things come from the currency devaluation, the dollar and the naira. But even in countries where their currency is still at a good value, these things are also still expensive, like the electric cars and the electric bikes and the like. So how can Nigeria, attract investments and make these renewables more affordable to the people?
First of all, one of the greatest challenge we have in Nigeria, and I will say, is issue of insecurity. And for any business to trend in that country, the first thing you need is the security. And it's one of the greatest challenge we have in this country, to tell you the fact. And if government can provide security, at least some foreign investors will have the peace of mind, because the issue of kidnapping, and the reason why I said so is most of these natural deposit like the lithium, you cannot just find them within the cities or the town or the village. One has to go to the inside the bush. And that's where most of the atrocities, most of the crimes, most of the kidnapping and the killings, whatever, took place. So the first thing is the security, and government need to come in for anything. Government need to subsidize everything. And if you look at it, even most of these developed countries, I agreed with you that these bikes, they are not cheap. Yes. So the most important thing is, if you look at even the foreign countries, they need to import this lithium probably from Africa. So if you calculate the cost of uh, importation they do from the Africa to their country to process it, is a problem to them. So they will add that to the cost of the production, and also importing it to Nigeria is another problem. We have to pay. So that will increase the cost. But if government can come in, all these factories you are seeing, government will just go and negotiate, have an MOU with any foreign country company. They will come, will give them the space. You get it? They will start building their own factory. I will tell you, money is not the problem to Nigeria. We have the money. The money is there. How much will it cost to set up the entire lithium or solar panel production line? You get it? It will not cost much. And if care is not taken, you will just be relaxed, and then you will see from the EFCC report someone, a case of so billion, trillion. You get it? But it will not take much to set these factories. But by the time we have these factories, the production, you eliminate the cost of importation. Everything is locally sourced in Nigeria. We have almost everything in Nigeria. So definitely the cost will be as low as possible. Even though I know it will not be as low as we think that even a poor man or the middleman can afford. This is where still government can come in. You get it? Government can say, okay, if you need anything, you can come in. We will have a special package. For example, let's say civil servant. You get it? You will have a solar package for civil servant that you can pay in the next 5 or 20 years. You get it? So I'm telling you, even with the current price, to set up a small solar system that can power your house, will not, that at least can power your submersible 1 horsepower or 0.5 horsepower. You get it? Your deep freezers can work. The lightning and the fans, the television system will cost you around 1.2, 1.5, even with this high exchange rate. You get it? But imagine by the time we do the production here in Nigeria, it will not cost you up to that amount. You get it? So that is it. And if still government comes in, you get it, and give a subsidy or give a loan, at least you'll be paying gradually. A common man can afford to buy this. And I'm telling you this, even here in Polytechnic, Burning Kevi, last 2 weeks, the staffs, the staffs, they had an MOU with a company, with a Chinese company, I think. So they brought in e-bikes. You are to pay in five years. And I had a discussion with one of the beneficiaries. He said that, well, like, this bike can cover all my day local running. So he cannot afford to pay 1.2, 1.3, 1.5 million to buy an e-bike. But through that MOU, the Polytechnic management had, you get it. So he was able to have one. So talk less of government. Government can do more than what a section or subsection of the government can do. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Abubakar Bonza. So we want to talk about the technical and the visibility aspect of the renewable energy. Now we know that Nigeria has huge solar radiation, especially in the north. So we want to know how realistic is it to think that these PVs and batteries could serve large part of the country? And what scale of battery do we need? What are we looking at?
Hello, can you come again?
Okay. I said, let's talk about the technical and the feasibility aspect. Want to know how realistic it is, knowing that the northern part of Nigeria has high rate of, radiation. I don't know if you can hear me. So we want to know how feasible it is, the battery scale, what to expect for a particular state, what can power it.
Yeah, can you please come again? I didn't.
I said, sir, how realistic is it to think that PVs, that's the solar, plus batteries, can be able
Yes.
to power a particular state? Saying that the northern part of Nigeria is quite large and it has high rate of radiation.
Okay. Yeah, the truth is, um, there are newer, even though some of this system or renewable energy has its own advantages and disadvantages, and then we know that even the northern part, as we said, that the sun, the rays are on the high side, we have them much. So, but it fluctuates, intermittency. You get it. So that's another factor to consider. But the reality is this: whatever you want to power, you get it. You do some little calculations. Okay, it depends on the consumption of the, for example, for the facility, you get it. If you want to power a house, you get it. One needs to know what are the consumption, the appliances used in that particular house, so that you will do a little calculations there. After which you will be able to know, okay, the type of battery you need, the capacity of the battery you need, you get it, and also the number of panels you need to put so that you can have your battery will be efficiently charged. So these are some of the factors one has to consider. You get it. But with this, it is very, very peaceable. You get it. Because if you look at in Zamfara, I think few years back, we heard of this lead poison. And if they are using this lead to produce these lead gel batteries, you get it. Lead acid batteries, you get it. So it is very possible. It is very, very possible. You get it. All you need to do is you have an MOU with any of these companies, foreign companies. You get it. You give them specifications. This is what we need, and this is what we want to power. You get it. For you cannot say you will not go 100% off grid. You get it. But at least to some certain percentage, especially during the daytime, you don't need any grid. You don't need any NEPA to power your appliances. To tell you, to give you examples with myself, in my house, I don't depend on grid, NEPA grid all the time. From 8 a.m. till 6 or 7, I don't have any problem with the NEPA. I'm using a prepaid meter. So you see that energy that I'm not using will now be added back to the grid. So for the factories, for the companies that are using the grid, will have more power. So assuming there are so many people that have this solar system in their homes, you get it. So you will have much energy for the grid, for the companies to use. So it is very feasible for the northern part to depends, I would say, 50 to 60% on solar system, and probably we can say the wind turbines. You get it? So it is very feasible. It is.
All right, I'd like us to look at the environmental dimension to this. Nigeria is already feeling the effects of climate change, and most of these renewable energy projects, get their source from natural things like water and the sun and the likes of it. So I'd like to know, how can renewables, how can they help us handle climate change challenges? Do you think that they have any role to play?
Yes, thank you very much. You see, when it comes to renewable energy, you keep on talking about the global warming, and the climate change. And these are all as a result of combustion of some of these fossil fuels, like the PMS. So that has an adverse effect on the environment and also the health. You get it? But this renewable energy, like the hydrogen and use of biomass, you get it? The use of biogas, they have little or no pipe emission. They have almost no any emission to the environment. You get it? But anything that has advantage in one way or the other, whether you like it or not, it may have its own disadvantage. You get it? But the advantages of this renewable energy system is far much on the use of fossil fuels. So the climate change, which may affect even the onset of the rainy season, the effect on the combustion, the effect on the ozone layer, as they keep on saying, you get it? These are all adverse effect as a use of the fossil fuels. But the renewable energy system has no any emissions, like these electric bikes we are seeing. You get it? You don't even need to change the engine oil. They don't even have it. You get it? So no any emission, zero emission. You get it? So that is the benefits of all these renewable energy gadgets.
So Abubakar Umar Bonza, thank you so much. That was very, very insightful. We really do appreciate your time and your presence on Signature Morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, have a lovely day. And now, yes, with that, we've come to the end of our show this morning. Lillian, how did you enjoy after being away for a long time? I'm not going to let you leave without telling you how long you stayed away.
I know. It was just a few days, 5 days. I didn't know you missed me that much.
Well, it's lovely to have you back on the program. And yes, this is where we wrap it up. Thank you so much for staying with us and for starting your day with us. And just before we go, we'll leave you with an interview we had a while ago with Usman Aneche on the significance of continuity in government policy. Until tomorrow, I remain Uchenna Chimdi Olwoha.
And I am Lillian Wali.